So I didn't want to do too many patterns or end with that pattern green on top. So I just do a little brown just to kind of soften it. Okay, now that I've got the bow looking about how I want it to, you're going to take this little squisher thing that comes with it. You'll stick it between the two plastic parts, and I'll show you what not to do when you go to tie this. The burlap is such a stiff material, you're going to want to keep your finger on it. Otherwise, when you pull up, everything's going to pop out just like that. So as you can see, I keep my finger on the center of this as I pull the two sides up. You have to kind of finagle it. And then you're going to stick the two tail ends through the loop, and then you'll pull it tight while it's still in the center, and then pop it out, and then you separate the two ends, as you'll see I'm going to do here. And then I tighten it and I flip it around, and then I'll tie a double knot on the back so that I can flip it back around and adjust it how I want it. So at this point, I don't spend a ton of time. I've got it looking pretty much how I want it to look. So at this point, you're going to take all those tails, and I like to fold them in half, and then I'm going to dovetail them. So you're going to create just a little V in there so that it finishes off the look. And you'll go around and do that to every single one of those ends. On my decorative mesh bow, I don't do the dovetails to that end. I just leave it square, and I just cut it to the length that I want it to be. And I actually wait until I get it on the board before I decide that length. So from here, you just get it on there, decide how you want it to be. You'll notice I just kind of move it around a bit, and some of these ends are a little bit longer than I want, so I'll kind of go through and recut them. The one thing I did forget to show in this video, on all of those ends that you cut for the dovetails, you do want to take a lighter in and just lightly, very lightly run a flame over them so that they don't fray. The burlap and the ribbon, the burlap will start on fire, so very lightly, like I said, just melt it just a little bit, and then on your ribbon you're just really just melting it just a tiny bit so that they don't fray. All right, you guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video.